At any rate, let's take a look at the map picks. Of course, like I said, we're going 5, or best of 5, I should say, which means all maps could be picked at one point, will be picked, potentially, who knows?
I think we're going to Golden Gardens. That's all I can. I think we're going to end up in Gardens. We're going to be talking about the layout of those houses, and we're going to be naming a winner. But I don't know. I know who I picked, and it's on the predictions, but this could go all the way. I hope it goes all the way as well. I think it deserves to this series.
I think it will, in fact, be bananas. Let's go ahead and throw it then to Scrawny and to Launders. They're coming at you. This, of course, will be our next round, our first round in our semifinals. Enjoy.
Major pushers trying to hang on to their thoughts of a grand finals. But Kungarna on the little bit of a comeback. Ranches gets busted up as he tries to move over towards the care package, and together catching JNW's sideline. JNW does get the Ranches down, though, thanks to the frag grenade. However, it looks like the revive's coming through to the favor of major pushers, and as Graceful tries to give chase, Matey prioritizes revive on their side as well. So it's all good. Everybody's up and running, but Graceful trying to find that vertical angle ends up getting wrecked, and that is going to be the trigger moment for major pushers to stay true to their name, close this distance, and go for their round 3 win. They aren't able to get Graceful straight away, and in fact, I feel like now they're kind of getting lost in the sauce, getting lost in their own gravy, but they do have the high ground. If they didn't get the kills they wanted, at least they found positioning.
Yeah, look what's happening now, you know? The Jester has become the king. They're up here from the watchtower, and they can control space, just like KNG wanted to do so badly. Oh, you're right. Yeah, as the circle closes, that Prowler grows in strength.
This thing could absolutely shred. And together pings the Spire as if he's going to try to climb it. Imagine, Prowler on the high ground.
Do it.
Oh, but he gets pushed. He gets pushed, and it's not even going to be part of the equation. He never sees it coming. Who is it other than Graceful? Gets in, gets out, doesn't find a second down, falls on Matey in the 1v1. Oh, he's able to close. Kungarna take the map, and Kungarna aren't done yet.
Damn, where did Graceful find that opportunity? Leave it to him. That cracked things wide open. Just staring at the shiny, shiny Prowler and thinking, okay, how is this going to be used? We're looking at the plans that major pushers have for how they're going to attack. You know, maybe take high ground control, use this power. It feels like it's their round to win easily. And then all of a sudden, with the small window of timing that that Graceful finds, instant down on the Prowler player, and that's it. High ground's compromised. Everybody swarms it. That was a pretty sick round and pretty sick performance overall from KNG. That whole map, man, I mean, all these maps, there's just so many unbelievable close rounds, like so many clutches. I don't think it's like super unrealistic to think KNG could come back for this, especially now they've won this first match, get some confidence back, and maybe put together in his place a little bit, because they need to do that. He's been pretty scary. Jump pad to initiate, and they're going very, very aggressive with this move. Up across the right side, here are those grenades, and again, if you don't have a Jibby and you're up here and those nades come down, you do get kind of compromised. So they're trying to create as much chaos as possible, and there it is, the attack. Graceful, they don't spot him. Will he get the kill? He does. He gets a knock, but it's traded back instantly. He's bleeding out. 2v2 now.
Looks like Matey's going to try to give up chase. JMW already inside of the fight. We get this nice headshot angle from that downstairs position. JMW, literal one-shot. In this moment, Ranches doesn't have the shield, so he tries to give chase to Matey, looks to intercept him on the high ground, but JMW is here to catch him. And ladies and gentlemen, Kungarna are your first finalists, a 3-0 in the Golden Gardens as they shoot for the golden medal.
Push him, Grace, push him. Oh. Let's go, boys. Good job, boys.
And Kungarna, they're proving that they are up to what it takes for that reverse sweep, if I'm not mistaken, on Seb. Woo!
Predictions, king, master. What else do you want from me? I give you everything that you need to know ahead of time. We could have just rolled the series. You could have just filled in the scores.
It's time to get into the grand finals. Kungarna versus Fire Beavers. Wherever you're watching in the world right now, show both these teams some love in the chat because, as you can see, we're underway.
Kungarna have shown an equal amount of aggression, just at a very different time. It's when they are guaranteed to win the fight almost. Like whether they're so confident that they've done enough initial damage that they can all push through as a 3, and they're not afraid for one person to flank.
The platform has been taken here by Kungarna. They will have control of the slightly higher ground. And I tell you what, not just control of the higher ground, Graceful. The landing from Sunset was anything but as he felt the wrath of that flatline. And again, Graceful, my word, these shots for the flatline. Take down 2, and now 9 Impulse is kind of going to be walking forward and thinking, what's happened over here? I left you alone for 2 minutes and now I've got to come and try and pick up the pieces.
Kungarna, who were 2-0 down against Major Pushers, came back to win it 3-2 in the semi-final. 1 kill away from going 1-0 up in the grand final against Fire Beavers, who have just been decimating everyone today. Here comes the final push, and the Fire Beavers will be extinguished in map number 1 here on Thermal.
And this is a little bit of a slower round, and I say that because nobody's been knocked off the initial exchange, which seems to have been the pace of what we've seen so far here on Phase Runner. But this is a massive opportunity now, Dan. We talked about the story for Kungarna, how might be their best way to wrestle away a finals win. Well, they've wrestled themselves away from 2 match points now. If they can close this, it's huge for them.
Care package is going to be dropping. And Fire Beavers have the smokes to ensure that they can pick it up. They can get whatever goodies are inside, which could really impact the rest of this round and potentially the rest of this map if you play it correctly. And oh, baby, 9imps gets himself a Kraber. And this could spell very much damage on the other side.
However, I don't know if you just saw for a second, I'm not sure if a knock has come in for Fire Beavers. 9 Impulse could be taken down to very low HP though, and it looks like Kungarna decide they want to try and get aggressive and take the Kraber into their hands. However, 1 shot, 1 bullet could be the difference. 9 Impulse down though, Kraber out of action. Graceful moving in on Sunset, 2 down. Everything falls down to Taskmaster now to try and clutch up a 3v1 situation. It ain't gonna happen. Kungarna brought back into the series, facing 2 match points. Oh my, Graceful. He has been phenomenal all tournament long, alongside JMW, who has been putting in so much damage as well. Maidalol with clutch moments. They are here again for the 3rd time now. Can Kungarna make it 3rd time lucky? Graceful not going to be able to play that position, which might leave a little bit of an opening here for Fire Beavers to take the advantage. And Taskmaster immediately moving up to take the height and challenge the height. However, there's a player behind him. 9 Impulse is trying to support him. No knocks coming in so far as Taskmaster will have to pop a battery, but 9 Impulse looking to get aggressive. Smoke going down to give him the opportunity to hit shots with that digital threat, ones that Kungarna cannot respond to.
Fire Beavers have to be very careful. It's a 3 versus 2. Kungarna have the chance. It's a 2 versus 2. 1 versus 2 now.
Graceful trying to do it here. Oh, he gets 1, and now it's a 1v1 for the title, for the championship. 9 Impulse versus his opponent here. Graceful's going to be taken down. No, he's not. Graceful is going to take the championship point. And Kungarna, my, what a performance. And it all fell onto the shoulders of Graceful. Kungarna, your champions. A huge congratulations. And like I said, I thought there was going to be a massive clutch moment, and you couldn't get more clutch than that.
Okay, well, you know what? We've actually got, speaking of the man himself, Graceful, has graced us with his presence. I'm just going to keep using some puns there. The guy himself we've got here ready to go in an interview. Graceful, well done. GG, you have to feel good about that last performance.
Hey, and thank you so much. And I feel good, but I also don't feel too happy due to the fact that we threw so many rounds. But yeah, I'm happy.
You know what? That's a pro move right there. You're like, I could still work better. Sure, grand finals, but I could still do it. Let me ask this question, because with arenas, the maps were such an integral part in the picks and bans to start, and of course now the picks here when we got to the best of 5. Which maps, I mean, you guys had success on so many of them. Which maps do you look at as KNGs, you know, that you can take advantage of, and which ones are you a little bit iffy on?
I feel like, generally speaking, we only have proper experience on artillery and thermal so far. Like, we know how to play. Like, we actually have strats for them, which is why they're working so well, generally speaking. Yeah, definitely those 2 maps. The other ones, Gardens is also fine. We were actually really strong on Gardens for some reason. But Phase Runner and the other map, we hate those 2 so much. The Party Crash and Phase Runner is bad.
Good to know, good to know. Launders, I'm going to pass it over to you so we can give Graceful some love here.
I'm going to say, you know, outside of this, just this part of the weekend, you guys are the most consistent team at this event. I
Yeah.
mean, across the 2 weekends, and I said that even before the finals. So you said that you have like a little bit of limited practice when it came to the arenas. I just wanted to ask you, since we didn't get to ask you last week, what is the preparation looking like that's helping you find this consistency in both the BR and now with arenas?
So generally speaking, we're very well, I'm pretty much, I would definitely say I'm kind of like a coach and now also a player, since I have so much experience. Like I've been competing professionally for going up for 6 years now, I think, and I've been in IGL for 6 years. We're very strict and we have proper routines and discipline. So like normally we don't have too much emotional feelings invested into the game, whereas we're just strictly disciplined, and that's why we're so consistent. Specifically for arena though, we had like sub 50 arena games in total before going into this. That's why we sucked ass the first scrim days, and then we started rolling everyone. Discipline is the most important fact for us.
You found a lot of openings by, you know, tucking and then exploding. Yeah, so did you change how you thought about fighting against Fire Beaver specifically, or?
Yeah, like I don't want to spoil too much, but it's very simple. I actually come from a fighting background. I've done Muay Thai for over 10 years as well. And it's the exact same. I have the same fighting style as I do in game as in actual martial arts. It's like you just keep giving them habits, and then you just punish them when they try to punish your habit. So like what I end up doing is I play very aggressive, and when they punish me, I swap and I play very different. A good example would be Thermal. I flanked a little bit, then I stopped flanking, and now they wanted to take space because they're like, oh, he's scared of flanking, right? What happened? I just one-tripped two of them. So like, it's all about baiting and understanding the mindset, and I think I'm just 50 steps ahead of them. So it's very easy for me to give them bait over and over and then just punish them.
Congratulations for yourself and your team taking the victory. Yourself with a crazy MVP performance, and I think that you know, you deserve extra credit for being able to cool off the Fire Beavers. No real questions from me, man. I think Launders hit it on the head. I just want to say congrats and thank you for the entertainment across these 2 weeks, man. You guys deserved at least one of the 2 crowns.
Thank you so much. I just have one comment to say. I thought Onset was my homie that would think that KNG would win, but he didn't. So no homies no more. But thank you guys so much, and thanks for having me.
Cheers, man.
One more GG and congratulations to not just Kungarna, of course, but our match MVP and our tournament MVP, brought to you by Razer. That, of course, graceful, as we just saw.